Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique, and today I'm unwrapping something I've been waiting for some time. This is from the Flickering Cauldron. So one will be the diary and the other is a book of connections. I've already had one of these book of connections and I did gift it to somebody else, but it came as a gift from Flickering Cauldron, this one here with the order, so that's very nice. And I have done a walkthrough of a book of connections, which I'll link that below. So the star of the show is the 2026 diary. It's a little bit damaged actually, the corner. So we still have this cellophane to protect the book front and back. And it says on the back of the diary, welcome to the Flickering Moon Diary 2026. Here we are in our 7th year with the Flickering Moon Diary 2026. Now I'm pretty sure over the years I've bought every single one of these because I just love the aesthetic. I mean, here's my 2022 version, just offhand. 2024 version, so it sort of keeps the same aesthetic, and it's an aesthetic that I really enjoy. And I like the fact that I put this cellophane over the top. Well, this one's coming off, but I think that's probably easy to put back on. So we get cellophane front and back to protect the diary, which is really nice. I really appreciate that. And then on the back here it tells you what's included in the diary, and they include the same thing every year, which is great being this consistent, and it's the same aesthetic every year as well. But what does change is the theme of the diary. So for instance, here's 2024 were flowers in 2024 for an example, and we've had crystals and we've had fairies, the fae, all sorts of different themes with this diary, which is great. So I wonder what the theme is this time. I will link below past videos I've done on this diary because they're pretty much the same format, which is moon phases, sunrise, sunset times, moonrise, moonset times, void of course, so all the moons, the planets, retrogrades, solstices, and UK bank holidays, because this is a UK based planner. They have the monthly calendar, the financial budget sheets, which I never use, witchy phases of the moon and their magical meanings. We've got homemade herbal remedies each month, moon in your star sign, full witchy zodiac for each star sign, planetary aspects, magical spells, rituals and magic recipes throughout the diary, some rituals for the full moon and new moon, Sabbath solstices with recipes, planets in retrograde in 2026, correspondences with the influence of the planets, lots of magical features and stories, unique original artwork, and it is beautiful, this artwork. Okay, so this is the front of the diary for 2026. Yeah, in 2022 we had cats, and here we've got this lovely wolf barking at the moon. So a big welcome to your diary from Letty and Chris. And we've got time zones and then time differences from the UK. Oh yeah, look at this, from city to city. So where's the nearest to me? Well, we've got Penzance, which is a bit further south from me, and Exeter, which is north. And look at that time difference there, just from Exeter to Penzance. If you know the UK, that is quite a difference there. And I don't remember that being in one before. It would take me around an hour and a half to get to Exeter from where I am. And it would probably take me about an hour to get to Penzance. So yeah, work that out because I can't. But there's definitely a time difference between the sunrise, sunset, moonrise and moonset. Interesting. So as usual, we've got these phases of the moon. I think this is a wolf-based diary, don't you? With these images. So yeah, the different phases here and the associations with them. So key aspects and what it's all about. So for instance, here, the first quarter is challenge and resolution, decision and determination, strength and confidence, and then we have the rituals. So some suggestions there how we can work with the different phases of the moon. And then we have the super and micro moons, when and why, which we get in, we've always got those in the diaries. Types of lunar eclipses, spiritual and magical meaning. Witch's Guide to the Void of Course Moon. We have planetary retrogrades and the cosmos dances backwards. This seems to be different fonts, unless that's my imagination. Yeah, I think the font has changed a little bit on these. Let's just, yeah, it's a little bit different, say, from this 2022 version. So the font's different, and then in the 2022 version, we've got this at the bottom here, this beautiful artwork, whereas it's at the top more or less here. So yeah, going through the retrogrades, the major aspects, conjunction, opposition, trine, square and sextile. So if you want to understand those technical astrological terms, there's your go-to. That's great. It's one heck of a learning curve, astrology, isn't it? Beautiful. I love the artwork in these. Love it. Okay, we have zodiac moon guide. So when the moon is in Aries, these are the things we need to note about it if we're following that. At the moment, it's just coming to, the sun's coming to Sagittarius as I'm filming this. But I don't quite know where the moon is. I'd have to look that up. However, wolves, yes it is. Wolves of the British Isles. A history of power and spirits. Wolves in spirituality and witchcraft. Ancient wolf spirit invocation. Woo! This is great. And reintroducing wolves back into our country. So Scotland is the primary focus for those proposals. So a 2025 study from the University of Leeds suggested that introducing 170 wolves could help control deer, aid woodland regeneration and store 1 million tonnes of CO2 annually. Ecological groups like Rewild in Britain and the John Muir Trust say there's no ecological barrier to wolves returning. I did see something, a news item about this actually, and they were saying that the deer have multiplied so much because they have no enemies really, that they're having a real effect on the environment there that needs to be addressed, and by reintroducing wolves as a predator for the deer would help to address that. So interesting to see what happens, wouldn't it? So as usual, we get a month ahead. This is where I tend to do my deck studies. This is what I usually use the moon diaries for. Yes, the moon and where it is, because this being a UK based planner, it's very relevant, obviously. So I'll take a deck, maybe a deck and an oracle, tarot and an oracle, and I'll do a deck study in this each month. So here I will, actually I can show you in an old one. I don't want to obviously give away personal things, but we'll do just a quick glance here. So that's where I record my card pulls, and here if you see the different colours, that aligns to the different suits in the tarot. So green would be pentacles, for instance. And then in normal pen is where I put my oracle draw. In the daily pages I put a little bit more information, and I do little spreads for the moon's phases as well, and I also do my deck interviews in there as well. So that's sort of what I use this planner for. I don't use it to tell me to go to the doctors or the dentist. I've got a wall planner for that. What I like about this is they show the phases of the moon actually on the planner, which is beautiful. And this is new. Moon and planetary aspects timing chart. I'm going to have to look into what this is all about because it's beyond me at the moment. So that's useful if we want to actually learn about astrology, which is great. So the witchy wisdom of Capricorn we start off with in January. So this is the witch of the mountain peak, the element of earth. The ruling planet is Saturn, the lord of time and structure. The symbol, the goat, the season, the winter solstice. The colours, dark green, brown and black. The herbs, rosemary, cedarwood and pine. The stones, onyx, garnet and ruby. Familiars are the mountain goat, the crow, the owl. And a sigil, a mountain peak with a single glowing star above it. So they've got sigils as well. And we have myths and legends, personality and traits, magical practice and rituals, and witchy wisdom. This is beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope you can see. I think I'm going to put some light on because... Okay, I've put some light on. Hopefully this is going to help. All right, so we have some ancient wisdom remedies. This is an introduction. So what made a witch's remedy? Legacy of the old ways for each month that follows. And it's got some suggestions there. We have a tea remedy. What to use it for and how to prepare it, the ingredients. Traditional uses, caution, spiritual and cultural notes. Oh, look at that wolf! That's gorgeous. And we've got the wolf there as well because it's the wolf full moon on the 3rd of January. We have the goat there for the star sign to tell us it's Capricorn. And this wolf is just amazing. Oh dear, the wolf moon. So what we can do with the wolf moon there, and then we have our daily pages. We have the new moon on the 18th, so it tells you on each page the moon phase, and you can actually see the moon phases on the edge as well, which is brilliant. We have a tarot card, so here we've got the star. So all about the star card, and then the ancient meaning, which I like that. There's a reimagined star image here. This is interesting. The brightest stars were believed to be ancestors or gods watching over the world. What a nice thought. History of pre-Christian witchcraft. Seasonal magic of festivals. There is so much in this one. Ancient ritual for protection. Oh, look at this, it's brilliant. Oh, I'm going to really enjoy this. Yeah, this offering, it's so good. So yeah, this is the financial budget pages, which I said I never use. Maybe I should make notes. Stop buying. Yeah, no, you shouldn't. Okay, so we're on to February. Again, we've got that same planetary aspects timing. And the witchy wisdom of Aquarius. So each month it will go through the different star signs. Recipe. Oh, beautiful imagery throughout. Gorgeous. Imolk. Oat and honey scones. The roots of necromancy. This is really all stone circles and spirit paths. So they're saying the stone circles aligned with seasonal energies, including the movement of the spirits. Walking the spirit paths, which are the ley lines or processional routes, on sacred nights were seen as a way to meet the ancestors or receive visions. We have quite a few standing stones here in Cornwall. Modern necromantic tools and practices. Simple ritual, divination with the dead, spell work with ancestry energy as witch's path between the worlds. There's a lot in these diaries. We've got the Hierophant for the February new moon. It's called the Law Keeper in this instance. So that's nice. Ancient ritual of communication. Steps of the ritual. Oh, that page I don't like. March. Oh, it's got the pups. So it's the same. Pisces. closing and protection incense. That's unusual. That's about. It's the worm moon, of course. Harnessing and storing energy. How to release stored energy. And then we've got the wheel of fortune for March new moon. And we have the spring equinox. I can't wait for the spring. I love spring. I'm not a winter girl, even though I was born on the 5th of December. I don't like winter. We have an ancient love spell. Look at this, hanging the herbs. Oh, look at these two pups playing. And there's the worm with the Mad Hatter's hats on. Love it, love it. I think the illustrator for this diary is just so good. Main reason I buy it is the illustrations, but each time I go into it, realise just how much information is in there to use if we want to. It's like a workbook, a witchy workbook as well as a diary, you know. So here we have Aries, an oak poultice for bruises and inflammation. Do you know, I get a bruise just like that. I just knock myself bruised. And like, oh, we say, after I knock myself, I bump into something, I'll go, oh, that's going to bruise. Oh, here we are in Aries. Oh, lovely. The pink moon. Manifestation in pre-Christian Britain. Do with manifesting some things. We have the lovers for April new moon. An ancient confidence spell. Witchy wisdom of Taurus. White willow for pain. There's a boating lake down from where I live, Tranance Boating Lake, and there's a willow that looks just like that over the boating lake. Oh, here we have that ancient ritual of dancing around a maypole. Beltane. Got a lovely wolf there. The flower moon. The chariot for May. Some sigils. It asks you what are sigils and all about them. How to create them. What they're used for. All that sort of thing. A magical dust pot. Gemini. Elderberry syrup for flu relief. Ancient art of smoke divination is called capnomancy. Now I didn't know that. Learn something so much from this offering from the Flickering Moon, guys. So we have the Tower for June. The Descent of the Lightning. Oh, that looks very summery, doesn't it? Oh, wonder what I'll be doing in June. Hopefully the weather will be nice. So we've got some golden sunwheel honey cakes. There's a recipe. Dreams and vision enhancement. Honeybee hive. The honeymoon. Well, most people got married in June for the honeymoon. The witchy wisdom of Cancer, garlic remedy for infection. We have the Hermit for July new moon. Chakras. So this really gives you a jumping off point on these subjects, doesn't it? Love this image. You know, if it's something that really interests you, you can delve a little bit further, do some research. There we go. The buck moon. Modern day chakras. Look at that. Wow. So we're still talking about chakras here. So you can sort of dip in and out of this. You don't have to do it sequentially. You know, if there's area of interest, say I was really interested in looking at what they have to say about chakras, I can just go to that section of the diary. I don't have to wait until we get to July before I allow myself to look. Oh, look at this. Ah! And also I like to keep these offerings as well, to go back to these sort of articles of Leo. Feel a few infusion for headaches. A mass. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a bird divination, how it was practiced, etc. We have the moon for August. So much work goes into these diaries. Oh, look at that scarecrow! Isn't that fantastic? Oh, they've outdone themselves this year. This is so good. Okay, so the barley moon. We've got Raven's Wing Tea. Raven's Omen. A spell for a ritual for prophecy and protection. I love these birds. Look at them. Oh, look at the little pup again. The Witchy Wisdom of Virgo. Hops and lemon balm tea for anxiety. Hydromancy, the ancient art of water swaying. Something I've never been able to do, but then I haven't really put too much effort into it, to be fair. We have the sun for September, the sacred light. Mabon, autumn equinox, so our offerings there. And then we have a Mabon spiced apple, pear and caramelised onion tart with rosemary honey drizzle. So it's a pastry. Ooh, stunning stones there. Look at the size of that moon. It's the September full harvest moon. Hydromancy ritual. Contacting ancestors. And then we're into October with Libra. Let your spirit dance between light and dark, embracing both with grace. Seek beauty in every soul, and may your heart always remain balanced and true. So it's very Libra energy, isn't it? Balance, the Justice card. Geomancy. An Earth Connection spell. Judgment for the October new moon. So it does give you a divinatory message for each of those tarot cards. A Geomancy divination ritual. October full moon is the Hunter's moon. This masculine stag energy. Oh, this is so good. So we've got some spiced apple and black treacle soul cakes. November. Witchy Wisdom of Scorpio. Skullcap Sedative Tea. And we have the Death card. The Druids. May your path be green and the breeze on your back. May the wisdom of oak, ash and thorn guide your track. Oh, beaver. Must be the beaver moon. We have the ritual. Ancient druidic ritual prosperity. Honour the spirits of the land. Yes. December. Howling at the moon, look at that. Oh! The Witchy Wisdom of Sagittarius. The Witch of the Wild Hunt. So that sort of reminds me of Diana and her dogs. Run wild with the wind, fear not the unknown, and let your spirit blaze a trail through the shadows of doubt. Freedom is found not in standing still, but in chasing the stars. Comfrey traditional skin remedy. don't think we find those two together really, do you? One's predator, one's prey, I would imagine. Animal magic. December. Here we have the winter solstice and a beef stew. Oh, and a lantern. Oh, this is so Christmassy. I love the artwork. With the cold moon. And a ritual. A rite of light, survival and renewal. And speak to the returning sun on the 21st. Yes, you'll find the hollow hill. So we have a poem. And we get to the back of the book with an overview calendar of 2027. And yeah, that's the final page. I've totally enjoyed my first little flick through of the Flickering Moon Diary. I do love this diary. I think I've said it about 1,000 times now, but it's just one of my favourite offerings. And yes, I do have a lot of planners. They all serve different purposes, and this one, as I said, is one of the ones that I use. I use other ones as well for the same purpose, but for card deck studies. So if I want to really do an in-depth monthly study on one deck, then this is the planner that I use. If I'm doing a longer study, I'll use a different planner. So if I'm doing, say, a 2-month tarot study like we do in Lisa Papezzi's membership groups, they last usually 2 months. So this isn't the planner I'd use for that. I'd use a different one. So that's how I use the Moon Diary, the Flickering Moon Diary. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I love going through these. Oh, it was so exciting. It seemed ages since I ordered it to it coming. But I'll link below the other ones that I've done flick throughs of, so you can have a look. I do a flick through of them every year, so I'm sure I can find them. I'll make a little playlist if you want to see them. And until my next video, thank you so much for being here. Bye friends, bye.